Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Panachanok Chanwaiwit. I'm here with Piyapan Kantisa, my colleague. We are from Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. Our research entitled Student Teachers' Attitude Towards English as a Lingua Franca, a longitudinal study. Let me start with a question on the screen. Who are effective English teachers, A or B? Your answer may come with some conditions because you are in the field, but for Thai people, their answer going to be A for sure. The reasons underlying their answer can be influenced by their attitudes towards native English speakers. However, English language teaching scholars have suggested that if teachers' pedagogies are influenced by native speakers' norms, their students may not be able to communicate successfully with foreigners who speak other languages. It is because English is an international language spoken by people from different cultural and linguistic backgrounds, so it cannot have the same standard. Therefore, English as a lingua franca or ELF has emerged and developed from the shift in the use of English in this world. Many studies yield support to ELF because it focuses on authentic communication, respects English varieties, promotes intercultural communication, and improves students' language development. But the notion of ELF is quite new in the Thai context. Promoting an acceptance of ELF and the positive image of non-native English teachers can be challenging. At the early stage, in the attempt to encourage the adoption of ELF among Thai student teachers, understanding their current attitudes towards ELF can predict their behaviors and practices. Besides, understanding the reasons behind the attitude change over time will help identify the motivation of ELF's adoption within the changing environment of English teacher education. But longitudinal study of ELF attitudes in Thailand are rare, so we initiated this research project by probing two questions. They are, what are the attitudes of English language student teachers towards ELF? And what are factors influencing their attitude change over the course of years? We conducted the data collection with 50 Thai student teachers from 2019 to 2022 as they progress through education and teaching experiences. Most of them spoke two languages and had never been abroad. Their primary goals of studying English were to teach English and to use English as a tool for individual and career development. We used a questionnaire to explore their attitudes twice. The first survey was done in their second year of study, and the second one was done when they graduated and taught at schools for 1 year. Then we selected 5 teachers who had largest difference between the original attitude and the current attitude. After that, we carried out an interview with the 5 teachers about factors influencing their attitude change during the transition from student teachers to early career school teachers. Piyapan will continue with what we have found from the analysis.
As for the findings, as you can see right here, the quantitative findings reveal controversy between participants' attitudes and their practices. Overall, the participants had positive attitudes towards ELF. As you can see from the statistical information right here, in the first survey, the score's interpretation was ranked as a grade. And in the second survey, the score was a bit higher. As you can see right here, it was ranked as strongly a grade. However, when it comes to the area of English usage and accents, the participants prefer native speakers model. Next. And for the qualitative findings, as the focus was on factors influencing their attitude, the qualitative information can be grouped into 2 different themes, as you can see right here, the personal factors Take, for example, English language learning goals, self-perceived English proficiency, learning experiences, as well as the exposures to English. And another theme emerged was the contextual factors, like English language learning situations, educational practices, training, as well as teaching experiences. Next. This is the discussion part regarding the first aspect, the attitudes of the student teachers towards ALF. I would say the attitudes were a little bit contradicting, and this might have caused by the wrestling between two different schools of thoughts. The first school of thought was the belief, since the participants were pre-service teachers, believing that the proper English should be like native English. And another school of thought were their post-graduation experiences, as well as the additional use of English, or the real usage of English. Next. Another aspects involves factors influencing their attitude change over time. The participants' attitudes change might have been caused by their direct experiences of English usage. Like the more they realize the practicality of ALF, the more positive attitudes exist amongst them. Next. In conclusion, as attitude plays a significant role in the adoption of teaching and learning, and the rate of adoption results in success in teaching and learning. In this present study, it was found that the findings were a little bit contradicting. As I have mentioned earlier, the participants prefer speak like native. Take for example. However, when it comes to the real usage of English, they put the emphasis on ALF concept. And in this present study, there are some pedagogical applications, as you can see right here. At the national level, maybe ALF can be introduced to the curriculum development, improvement, and implementation. At the teaching level, maybe educators introduce varieties of English into their teaching, course materials, tests, and assessments. And that's all our presentation. Is there any question or comments?